been waiting for. The next name that I will announce will be your new Miss Earth USA, who will be representing the USA at the international competition this fall. If, for any reason, our Miss Earth USA cannot fulfill her duties, Miss Earth USA Air will take her place. Are you ready? Me too. Your new Miss Earth USA 2021, Maine! Means your first runner-up, Miss Earth USA Air, is California. Just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. Congratulations to Alyssa Clincy, our Miss Earth USA Air, and the new Miss Earth USA 2021, Marissa Butler.
Christina Aguilera. Oh, yeah, mamita. Dale, que es la cosa rica. Feel this moment.
Congratulations, Marissa. You will take your first walk as Miss Earth USA 2021. Congratulations to our new court and our new Miss Earth USA. At this
My name is Tyler Forbes. I live in Chicago, Illinois, and I am Miss Illinois Earth. And to answer your question, Mélanie, what am I looking for in beauty pageants and why have I competed? I think it's been a journey for sure. And a part of that is the community around the circuit. So even speaking outside of Miss Earth specifically, every circuit has their own community, and it's been really nice to get to know the people bringing it to Miss Earth, getting to know them and seeing what good we can do in our areas and how we can connect and expand that beyond our immediate circle. So I think that's kind of what got me started. And it's, I think I've gotten more out of it than I thought I was getting in the beginning. So it's been a good journey, I think, so far.
And what means pageantry for you?
One more time.
What means pageantry for you?
I didn't think you would be asking me so many philosophical questions today, Mélanie. This is great. What does it mean for me? It's again, so to center this around the community aspect, it's not obviously just a beauty pageant. Yes, it's a beauty pageant, but it's the community and it's the good that we're affecting in our area. So being able to do that with like-minded people, I think that's an attractive idea, and it's baked into the community that is the circuit I'm competing in. So I have 49 or 50 other sisters, not including my teen and junior and littles that I can pull on and reach out to for help in our efforts.
And as you say, Miss Illinois Earth is not your first title in pageantry. It's not your first pageant.
It's my second, actually. So yeah, it's my second official pageant in Illinois. I competed for Miss Illinois USA just a few months before, and well, I was just so, obviously it's fun, right? We get to dress up and put on these beautiful gowns and get our hair done, and that's great. And what really got me hooked was when I was backstage and the we're getting dressed, we're doing our hair and makeup, and I was like, oh my gosh, these women, these girls, all of these people are so intelligent and articulate. And I was sitting next to a doctor, and I was sitting next to a sheriff, and I thought, we're not just here in beautiful gowns. Like these are real people with real stories, and they're doing things in their areas. And it was really, really amazing to be able to be a part of that. And that's what pushed me into trying for Miss Earth, because it's beauty for a cause, and that's a part of it. So no, it's not my first, but that's what got me hooked, and here we are.
You say me the motto of Miss Earth is beauty for a cause. What is your definition of this motto?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to decide how frank I want to be with you on this one. So I'll be frank, because I think we've established some rapport here, Melanie. People like attractive things. That's just the long and the short of it, right? And I think that's the pull, even why people compete in the pageants at all. I get to wear a beautiful gown, I get to have my hair done, etc. And being able to not just be like a straw man and have some substance behind that. I think that's very much the idea. It's beauty for a cause. Yes, these things are attractive from the outside, but this is what we're doing to make this substantial and hold up this cause, right? So everyone's got their thing that they're participating in.
And what is your platform?
Yeah, great question. So in Chicago, I'll make it a story. So when I was starting really, really early on, I've always been an outdoorsy person. It's just been my thing. So like always playing outside, making little mud pies, making little tree houses, the whole thing. And so that's where my love for being outside started. And then in college, I got more into my parents aren't outdoorsy people. I'll tell you this, they're city people through and through. And they were like, we just don't understand where this is coming from. So in college, I started hiking and climbing and leading like these overnight trips to go rock climbing. And what I realized is that not a lot of people have a respect, if I can say, or understanding of the environment. It's just, oh, I'll come here, I'll trample on the ground, I'll go off of trail, I'll throw my trash where I want. And so my cause has been making sure that we're not only maintaining and keeping up with these green spaces, but also making sure that we're educating people along the way. You know, what can you be doing, even in a small way, something like throw your trash in the trash can, you know, something very simple, which you would think you don't have to say, but okay. So just making sure that we can even add in that educational aspect along the way with the forest rehabilitation that we're working on and the cleanups around the lakefront as well, because it's one of the big Great Lakes here we have. So it's really important that we take care of that too. They're all connected.
And what is your best memory for the moment with your platform?
Okay, that's okay. So with my platform, that's a good one. I went, so my sister queens, no air quotes around that, they are my sister queens. I live in the city center and they live a bit further north. So maybe it's an hour or so drive outside of the city. And we all met up to help each other with our platforms that day. So it was, okay, what's your project? What are you working on, etc. And we did a little cleanup, which was great. But what really, and again, I think this brings the community thing together. What really did it for me was one of the girls, she's junior Miss Illinois. She has, her platform is that she is helping, how can you say? Monarch butterflies are the native butterfly for Illinois, and she's helping to collect seeds for the milkweed plant, which is the only plant that they eat. And so we spent the day with her just collecting these seeds and putting them in little baggies and bagging them up. And it was so fun to learn about the monarch butterflies and spend the time with them and have that extra community around it. And I think that, again, that was part of, for me, the educational piece. It's like we brought everyone together to learn about these monarch butterflies and what the food is and how they affect the ecosystem and why we need them, not just in Illinois, but in the United States and everywhere else as a whole. So my best memory from that, then to just make this condensed story, was being able to get with them and share that information with other people in our area as well.
You represent Illinois. Do you think people in your state do enough to protect the planet?
Okay, so this is a very centric to my immediate area. I think in the city, the short answer is we're trying, but we have a long way to go. And that's okay, right? Like I think everyone has to start somewhere. So that's definitely where we're starting. I'm partnering with the Climate Reality Project in Chicago, their chapter. And right now they're pulling together a draft to see how we can, it's an outline that will be proposed to the city to see what we can do to reduce our impact on the environment in the next 4 years. So it's a start, right? Like obviously we have this pledge, we say we'll do it, and now it's a matter of holding ourselves accountable and seeing what ways we can implement in real time. So yes, we're doing things and we can do more. There's always room for improvement.
I think my generation don't make enough. It's my, because we have no learn about the recycling, we have no learn about the climate change, and I think your generation, because we have not the same generation, make enough, and it's a reality. You recycle, you try, you make a lot for the climate.
It's refreshing, right? But I think we've seen, so thanks for that, small pat on the back for our generation, right? But I think that we're going to have to make drastic changes in the next 20 years or under if we want to see any real lasting change, not just today, but for tomorrow. So yes, we're on track, but we've got a lot more work to do. And I think one thing, if I could just use this as a small soapbox, one thing that yes, individuals, we need to be doing what we can, spreading the word, making environmental education so people care, right? Because it's like, why are you talking to me about plastic and straws? No one, right? So making them care, but then also making sure that we're holding corporations accountable as well, because it's not on an individual basis in that way. Like we need to be making sure that they're doing enough as well.
I imagine, if you win the crown of Miss Earth USA, it's a full-time job, because you have a lot of events, you have a lot of time to this duty. How do you think you manage your time between job, family, and crown duty?
Yeah, great question. Family, okay, yeah. So I have to tell you, I keep a calendar by my front door. I have separate notebooks for work and personal being a part of the Miss Earth. I think if things expand, it will need to be its own notebook, right? So it's like all the things I need to do this week, etc. Probably, I think as it's been, you've seen, I'm going to transition out of the paper calendar I have at my front door and move it to digital so I get notifications. But all that doesn't help me if I'm not looking at it. So there's that. Yeah, it would be a full-time job, but I think it's just a matter of adjusting with the times, right? So I always say, like, if you give me 2 hours to pack a suitcase, I will. If you give me 2 weeks, I will take the 2 weeks. So if I have more to do, it's just a matter of finding that balance and making sure I'm staying organized to get everything done. But I definitely think it's possible.
For the moment, we have the pandemic, we have the worldwide pandemic. It's not too difficult to train, to prepare the competition in pageantry with this pandemic.
It has been a bit of a hurdle. Luckily, in the city of Chicago, we have our mask mandate. Most people are being vaccinated, and it seems that to a degree, I won't say we're out of the woods by any means, but things have become a little more lax, and people are able to move more freely without concern or fear of catching corona, which is great. Hopefully we don't want anyone catching that in the name of preparing for a pageant. But with that being said, I think that it's been it's a year now. We're looking at, I'd even say a year and a half. How many months has it been? I think went home for 2 weeks in March of 2019. So it's kind of adjusted to the new normal in a way. So does it come with its hurdles? Yes, but it's nothing insurmountable or unmanageable at this time, which is not ideal, but that's just the reality we're existing in today.
And what is the most difficult for you during this preparation?
Good question. Honestly, I would say everything in its own right. So I want to make sure that I'm doing well for interview and I'm presenting my best self. That's coming up soon. They're doing them digitally this year. So, okay, we'll just make sure. And I think that I feel like I've connected with you and it's been a good interview and just getting to know you, but it's a camera, right? So it's not the face-to-face, it's not the same thing. So I want to make sure that goes well. I want everything to go well, right? And I think I definitely suffer from a tinge of perfectionism. So it's like, for me, maybe it'll be just letting go. It's like you can't overhold everything and try to control every little thing. So I'll just continue to prepare as I have been and then let go, and hopefully things will land where they should.
And have you some fears before this competition, like people on the stage maybe, or no connection with other candidates?
That's always, I don't know about you, but I think I describe myself maybe as an introverted person. So, it takes some time. I go out and meet people, but I love meeting new people. And so then there's always that fear of, oh, well, I hope I get along with people. I hope I make some friends. I hope that, we can get on really well and it'll be a great time. So there's that concern, of course, but I don't think that should be a hindrance in any way. I think my biggest worry, and maybe would be, I heard that the stage was really large. So I have a tendency to walk fast. I'm a fast walker. I blame it on being in the city for as long as I have, but it's like, go, 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 especially when it's 32 or 0 outside, like it's cold, right? So maybe just making sure I'm slowing down and being in the moment and not rushing, right? So
You are the Speedy Gonzalez of the stage.
oh, you have no idea. It's like, where did Miss Illinois go? We don't see her. I can go. So
I have interviewed Miss Montanati USA. She is the first girl because she won the first pageant, and she said me she is like a robot when she walk on the stage, and you are Speedy Gonzalez. We have two cartoons on the
so you keep
stage.
an eye out. Yeah, exactly. It's true. It's true. So maybe between the two of us, someone's like, is everyone okay this year? But yeah, so I'll try to slow it down and just have fun and be in the moment. That's my, yeah.
What is your style on stage? Are you elegant, classic, sexy?
Oh, good question. I really, and this is well, I would say it's between me and you, but we're being interviewed. I don't pull sexy off well. It's really not my style. So I'm going to go and be Tyler. And I think that if I could, I don't know who I would describe that as, but I think sophisticated, elegant, and cute. I wouldn't give myself sexy, but we'll go with cute. So if that comes across, then that's me, and that's what I'm going for.
And what are you looking forward to the most in Orlando in January?
Oh, wow. Well, for starters, it will be Orlando in January, and in January it will be very cold here. So that's A1A. I'm gonna take my parka off and put on some sandals, hopefully, right? Even if it's not that warm, sandals on. So that's the first thing. And then just being able to have that week and get to know the other delegates from the other states. And again, just enjoying it, because I think that's a part of pageantry. I don't want to get too focused on like, okay, what's next, right? It's just like, let's look at everything one thing at a time and really enjoy the day and take what we can get out of this pageant, which is the community and seeing how everyone else is going on and what they're doing in their areas.
If you could choose your roommate, with which state do you want to be a roommate during the competition?
Oh, if we have roommates. Oh, okay. That's a good one. Okay, let me think about this. I've seen, so everyone has their Instagrams, and I've definitely been looking through them. And I think that Miss Texas, she's really, really cool. She's partnered with a few other people, Oklahoma, around her area. I think she seems really nice. If we could have one big room with everyone, that would be cool too. So that would be interesting. And then I think, I don't want to misquote the state, but one of the girls, she's super creative. She is DIYing her own gown. So she's doing it herself, where she took an older gown and is doing, she's adding these crystal appliques to it. And I think being around that creative energy during the week would be really cool too. So I can't remember which state she was from, but I'm always
I
liking her.
I have interviewed this girl.
Oh, which state is that?
Rhode Island.
Okay, yeah. So Rhode Island, I would be roommates with her because love the creative energy. That's awesome.
Having a good roommate is important during the competition.
Yeah,
I have
it's
some
true.
example of bad roommate at Miss World. She have interviewed some Miss France, and she said me, Holger said me, when we have the bad roommate, it's difficult to live with her. Miss France said me, Miss Venezuela, Miss Philippines are the bad roommate. Nobody wants to be a roommate during the competition
Oh
because she wake up very early to prepare before the competition, and they have a lot of language, a lot of baggage, and it's very difficult to live between this baggage in the room. For example, Miss Universe Philippines in May in Hollywood have 45 baggage.
Oh my gosh. What could be in the bags? That's a
One
lot of.
one outfit for each activity.
Wow, that's prepared. So kudos to her for being organized and prepared. But I do not want to see the receipt that she got for the amount of bags that she brought with her.
Miss Universe Philippines have a lookbook for all competition. One page, one outfit, accessory, jewelry, and makeup. She find all indication, all things about the costume, about the outfit for each activity, and the lookbook have this eyes.
Wow. It's impressive. Like I said, the amount of organization it takes to pull that together is impressive.
To be a good woman is important. During
Yeah.
the competition, we have sometimes often a bad moment because a competition is very intensive, is very you have a lot of training, you have a lot of meeting, and a competition is most stressful for all candidates, and each candidate have worked with the stressful. And what for you, which small thing make your day better when you have a bad moment?
What makes me feel better when I'm feeling a little stressed?
Which small thing, like a hug to your dog, like a phone, your mother, small thing make your day better when you have a bad moment in the day.
Oh, okay. Oof. Yeah, I actually kind of what you said. If I'm really stressed out or having a hard time, I usually call my mom. And then if she answers, she's a busy woman, right? If she answers, we have a good time. I do the reset, we're back to zero, and we go ahead. But also just like listening to some relaxing music, maybe going to my go-to favorites. And so just like trying to find that recenter, because I think what happens is really easy to let like one bad thing snowball, and it's like, oh, that was terrible, and now this is terrible, and now everything is terrible. And that's just really not the case with anything in most cases, right? So it's just a little dramatic. So just like press the pause button, go and speak with someone who, a close family friend or a family member of mine. Mom is string one, and then listening to some good music, having a snack, regrouping, and going from there.
I have one advice for you. During a competition, you are judging during all day. It's not only the final. Because, for example, for Miss World or Miss Earth, after the day, the chaperone, the director have a meeting to speak about all candidates, the comportment of all candidates during the day.
Mhm.
And one advice for you, be careful, you are judging all day and give your smile all day.
Mhm. Good takeaway. Good takeaway. Yeah, right. It's a long. That explains the girl with the 45 bags and the lookbook. One outfit for each, right? So it's like one outfit for everything. That makes sense. It's a competition at the end of the day, and yeah, I can see that coming. So good advice. I will keep that in mind.
And no boundary against other candidates. All candidate is your sister.
Right. Of course, exactly. You know, I'd like to think I'm going with a glass half full idea, right? Everyone's going to be nice. Everyone's going to be sweet. Everyone's going to be the ideal roommate in this scenario. And I'm just gonna like keep those blinders and yeah, no need to think otherwise.
You say me, you call your mother when you have a bad moment. What is the reaction of your mother when you say, Mom, I win the crown of Miss Illinois Earth?
Oh my, well, hopefully she'll be there so I don't have to call her and tell her, but I'm sure there will be some screams of laughter and a lot of hugs. And then, of course, what we did for the previous competition that I was in, afterwards, we all go to dinner or something or just sit around and talk and then sort of go through the day, right? It's like, oh, well, how did this go? And how did that go? And what did you think of this? And what about that? And just like it'd be good. It would be good. And then of course it's just good feelings all around because everyone's hard work paid off. So yeah, a lot of hugs, a lot of like happy screaming and just a good energy, which is great. So she'll be very happy.
Your mother can travel to Orlando to support you during the national?
Yes. Both. So I have my little entourage, I call them, and a part of that are literally it's my parents, so my mom and my dad. He's great, and whenever I have things, he's always the voice of reason. He's like, okay, Tyler, let's just relax. It's not that big of a deal. So my mom, my dad, my grandmother, and yeah, and my boyfriend. So the the four of them come, and it's a good time. So,
About your boyfriend, if you win the crown of Miss Earth USA, you have a new full job, I say. And your boyfriend is ready for this because you have no more time for him.
he's already gotten a taste of it. So it's like, sorry, can't, I have Miss Earth Illinois obligations. So, you know, he's super supportive, which is great. He comes to the events. He's my cameraman. So he's always taking the pictures. Most of the photos on the Miss Illinois Earth page are photos he's taken. So he's really understanding, luckily, which is great. That's what makes him a great partner. And I hope that he's understanding of that case and in the case that I win Miss Illinois or Miss Earth as well, right? So just get ready to expand his photography duties.
If you win the crown of Miss Earth, imagine you win the crown of Miss Earth USA or Miss Earth, you become a great voices to protect the planet. Do you like to be a role model for a lot of girls?
Good question. I don't think my intention, I didn't set out with the intention of being a role model for someone, but I do hope that the way I carry myself and present and the ideas that I share, I hope that they inspire someone. I think they're good ideas, right? That's why I do them and participate, and that's why I'm a part of the organization, and the work that we're doing at the Climate Reality Project is a part of that. And I hope that I could inspire someone to follow in those footsteps and do the same thing. So I don't mind. It's something I'm doing, I'm proud of. And if someone's inspired by that and wants to pick up the pen and join along with the cause, then absolutely, that works for me. The more the merrier.
And to become Miss Earth is your dream? It's a dream for you?
Yes, I mean, why compete if not, right? I think that why I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the goal or the idea. So absolutely, it would be amazing. It's a great platform. I think that being able to expand the efforts that we're doing for environmental education and awareness and restoration would be, you have so much more platform to push it forward with Miss Earth USA. So yeah, or even Miss Earth, not just state, but worldwide. So absolutely, that would be amazing. That would be an amazing opportunity.
I ask you this question because I have interviewed 15 candidates of Mrs. America, and for one of these candidates, I asked, "Are you ready if you win the crown of Mrs. America to go to compete at Mrs. World? Because it's a deal. When you go win the crown of Mrs. America, you go to Mrs. World." When she said me, "Ah bon?" And she said me, "I'm not Ivy."
Oh, well, you know, I appreciate the honesty.
I learned to this girl, you go to Mrs. World. She have no idea about this.
Wow. Wow.
She
That's
she think Miss America is the ultimate goal of this competition.
oh wow. I'm impressed that somehow she managed to make it as far as she did without knowing that. But yeah, no, for me, I think it would be amazing. I would be very, very happy to represent the organization in that way and be able to advance some of the causes and work that we're doing. So 10 out of 10, sign me up.
I have interviewed a candidate for Miss Universe this year, and I have this question to become Miss Universe in the dream. She said me no. I want to become a voices, and with my crown, with my national crown, I am the voices. It's enough for me, and Miss Universe is vacation for me.
Oh wow. Hey, you know, everyone has their thing that they're competing for, right? So I guess it makes sense. I did speak with one former Miss Nebraska, and I've spoken to a few people, and they said, you know, this is it. I'm happy with the title I have. I'm going to compete and do my best, but I'm not. And that's that's their prerogative. But I want to win.
For me, it's amazing when you compete in the pageant in the state level. You have no the dream to become the international level. It's very, for me, it's amazing.
And then, right, I even think like, I know it's very silly, but being able to travel and speak with all the different people, I get to practice my French with everyone and speak Spanish to everybody and go see new places. So yeah, absolutely, I would love to do that. And then like being able to just share my platform with everyone, and yeah, I want it. I want the crown. So yeah, like you said, it's just everyone's got their own perspective on what winning is. So
if you win the crown of Miss Earth USA, which message to women do you want to transmit? Do you want to inculcate to pass during your reign?
no, Mélanie, you're very c'est tellement profonde. So, okay, good question. What is the message that I think if I may, I think it's a twofold thing. So authenticity, right? Like we all have these Instagrams, and everyone's pushing their platform and pushing this idea and wanting to share, and not even just with the pageant itself, but in general. This is the idea with social media, right? So authenticity, yes, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I'm doing in a very real way. I don't want to have any I don't want a facade of sorts, right? I want to be able to share the true authentic me with people, and I would like to share the idea with others that that's enough, that's good, that's perfect, that's all you need to do is be yourself and be the best version of you, and that's enough. So yeah, I would like to be able to share that idea with people with that.
You talk about your Instagram. If I look your Instagram, I see the true Tyler on your Instagram.
I think, well, for starters, I have to admit, I am not the best social media person. So you can go there and you will see about 6 photos. And I do try to keep up with it now with the platform and making sure that I'm being able to be that presence and sharing the most authentic version of me in recent times, right? So not a photo from 52 weeks ago. That doesn't really do anything for anyone. But I think so. I think so. Obviously, yeah, I think you would see the true version of me. Absolutely. Yeah.
And what I find about yourself on your Instagram?
On my personal Instagram, you will see it's me, obviously. I have that I'm the Miss Illinois Earth 2021 reigning title holder. And then underneath it, which I'm very excited about, underneath it, it says CYSO supporter. And I recently this year, a few months ago, was elected the board member for the Chicago Youth, a board member for the Chicago Youth Symphony Orchestra. So it's a nonprofit to help children be able to continue their music education, which I'm really passionate about. I played music my entire life, and being able to help children who maybe in some cases would not otherwise have had that exposure is amazing. So I have that on there as well. You'll see that. And then I love traveling. So some photos from different places that I've been. And that's me in a nutshell. Those are my big three things. So yeah, that's what you'll find if you go there.
Which country do you like the most to travel?
Oh, good question. J'imagine que vous voulez que je dise France, mais c'est pas vrai. Ah oui, mais j'ai habité en Espagne pour trois ans. Donc, ça, c'est mon favori. Donc, je le préfère.
And what do you like the most in Illinois?
Oh, I love the city. I love the city. I've been here now for almost 4 years. I like being in the city. I like that it's a cosmopolitan area, but we do still have some nature, right? During the summer, I spent the summer kayaking on the river. That was amazing. It was absolutely beautiful. We have some really nice national parks and reserves not too far outside of the city. But I think it's the perfect marriage, right? It's like very cosmopolitan. So it's like mini New York, but we still have areas that way too. So I like that it's a perfect balance between the two.
For the first question, what is your guilty pleasure?
My go-to pleasure. It's a toss-up. I'm looking over here because I was like, what do I like doing when I have time? I love playing my guitar. It's just to my right here. So that's my absolute favorite. It's an acoustic guitar with nylon strings that helps me always zen out and get relaxed after work. I love baking. So sorry to my friends and family because I'm constantly force feeding them things. It's like, please try this. Tell me if it tastes good, won't you please? So in fact, I have all of the ingredients right now. I've been on a bread kick. So I have all of the ingredients right now. I just did a sourdough loaf and then some cinnamon rolls. And next I'm going to try pain au chocolat. So I have all of this butter in the refrigerator ready for me to start with the dough. So that's baking and music. That's what gets me through everything.
What is your favorite music?
Oh, I listen to all types of music, but I've been on a classical music kick lately. So I really like just classical. And then my other favorite genre for classical music, as it were, is why is the word not coming to me? Baroque style music. It's very sort of Mozart-esque with the little, I love it. So those are my two favorite. And then outside of classical music, I really like more upbeat stuff, because sometimes you just need a little extra pep in the step and you put on some nice upbeat something and get to going. So yeah.
You play guitar and you sing?
Well, I sing, maybe to the dismay of my neighbors, but yeah, I do. So my thing is that I always try to do like acoustic versions of songs that would not otherwise be acoustic. So there's this big house song, what's it called? Show Me Love, I think is the name of it, or that's only the part that I remember at the time, right? I just sing the same words over and over. And everyone's like, could you please learn the rest of the song? And it's like, no. So, but it's a house song. So it's like Chicago house music, super upbeat, really fast. And I like to slow it down and add some little like arpeggios in and make it really coffee house versions. So I make coffee house versions to songs.
What is your favorite movie or TV series?
Oh, oh, okay. This is embarrassing, actually. So, one of my favorite, it's not, I have to say, and no, I don't mean to offend anyone, so sorry to the people that produced the movie. It's not a particularly good movie, but I have a fond memory of watching it. So it's Downton Abbey, the movie that came out. It's good, right? So when the movie, my grandmother and I both watched the show, and we found out separately. And I said, "Oh my gosh, have you seen the show?" And she goes, "Are you crazy? I've seen every episode." So we had a good laugh over that. And then when the movie came out, I went and picked her up, and we went to the theater and got the biggest popcorn and just had a really good time. So that's like top of my favorite. And then there's the series. I guess my newest favorite. It was really popular on Netflix a few years ago. Was Velvet. It's this, it takes place in Madrid, and they own a fashion, I don't know how to say, they make, it's not fast fashion, right? So they make the clothes to order, they're to the size, and it's very Downton Abbey-esque, just set in like 1950s or 40s Spain. And that's the story. So I'm a little predictable in my in my movie pursuits, but those are my two go-tos right now.
Who is your favorite Miss Earth? Your favorite all-time Miss Earth?
Oh my gosh, that's my favorite previous title holder of Miss Earth. That's a really good question. Let me think. I do, yeah, I don't know. And now I'm going to go look. I'm not sure. I've watched a few of the previous pageants and seen and read some of the other previous title holder stories, but I'm not sure. I don't know if I have a favorite yet, but now I feel like I need to form an opinion on it. Can I say I choose not to choose, and I think they're all great delegates, but maybe if I could say the Lindsay Coffey, because she was the first, right? For us, but I don't know if I have a favorite, and she did a lot of really great work.
Do you think a back-to-back is possible this year?
Do I think what?
A back-to-back is possible this year.
Oh, well, of course I'm hoping so, right? That would be amazing. That's what I'm putting, and I think Marissa is she's in a really good overall shape. I think that she has a really, really strong shot, and I hope that she can bring home the crown for us. And then we'll go for a third year in a row. So we're going for a trifecta when hopefully, if it's me, right, we're gonna push it all the way through. But yeah, I think it's possible.
What is the top of your bucket list?
Oh, I have a few things on my bucket list. So this is silly, well, it's not silly. I'll say it's silly to lead into what I'm saying, but the idea I thought was very cool at the time and still do. In college, I made a bucket list and I checked, they were simple things. And I checked most of those things off of the bucket list. So of course the requisite, go skydiving, travel to different places, etc. Right? So those things I did, wonderful. Now I think I need to make a new bucket list and actually put it on paper. In my mind, one of them would be going to Nouvelle-Calédonie, because I thought it's like the furthest place I can go. Like I want to go and see, it's an island, it's a beach, I'm not sure, but it's definitely on my list because I would like to see what's there. I had the chance to go to Australia a few years ago now, and I was in Australia and New Zealand for some time, and I thought, I'm so close. Why don't we just cancel the other plans we have? We'll just go. Like, when are we ever getting closer to, it's so far, it's in the middle of the ocean, right? So that's on the list. And then also, I'm sure there are other things. Let's see. A lot of my bucket list has to do with traveling, I have to admit, at this point. So it's going to places that I think would otherwise be difficult to get to. So it's like, oh, I really want to go to the tip of Argentina. I'd really like to go to Iceland. I've been to the airport. I would like to leave the airport. So, right, a lot of it has to do with traveling right now, for sure. But then, of course, at the top of it at the moment, I think would be to win Miss Illinois, Miss Earth USA, and win Miss Earth. So those are recent additions since I've become a title holder, and that would also entail traveling. So I think the central spoke here is being able to go and discover new cultures and environments and see new places and meet new people in those places. Yeah.
Apart from pageantry, what is your other hobby, your other interest?
Yeah, well, I think we've gone down the bucket list now, right? Like I almost feel like you know me, Melanie. So I love playing guitar. I love baking and cooking. I've been doing on the Miss Illinois Earth page since we're environmentally friendly. A part of that would be um, try to encourage people to find ways that we can individually and not just with corporations be able to reduce our carbon footprint. So Meatless Monday, right? I've been doing these cute, I think they're very cute. And someone messaged me this week and said, hey, I really like these, which was good because I was concerned that they weren't getting the same. I was like, I like them. I hope someone else likes them. So that was validating. But they're Meatless Mondays. So a lot of cooking I like to do. And then, so we'll just make fun recipes that don't have meat in them so we can help reduce our carbon footprint once a month or once a week rather. So cooking, baking, playing music, obviously supporting with the CYSO, that takes, it's a great organization. So being able to go and support them just with fundraising and everything, but also seeing the shows, the level that those children play at is incredible. I have sat through a lot of youth-centered orchestra concerts, myself being in them, myself included, and I think they're at an incredible level. So being able to go and see those shows, I like to hang out with my grandmothers. They're in the city too, so we go to the local theater for like a matinee or something on Sundays. That's been really fun. My brother and I'm just going down a full list of stuff now, right? You can stop me at any point. My brother and I convinced him to, after he graduated high school, he's a few years younger than me. So after he graduated high school, I convinced him to move to Chicago. He wants to pursue graphic design. So 3D modeling and graphic design is what he does. So he's going to Columbia here. And since he moved here, I feel responsible for him because the rest of our family isn't here. So every Sunday, since we both have the day off from school and work, I scoop him up and we go do something, something fun. And for a while we were just going to brunch and this kind of thing. And I thought, okay, we've tried a lot of restaurants in the city. Now it's time to do something that's not food oriented. So this last time that we got together, we went and did trapeze. So we had the little rope and we swing and we did all these cool aerial tricks, and it was incredible. I'm afraid of heights, which is coincidental because I rock climbed for a long time. I don't know, right? So but I thought it'll be fun. It was amazing. Have you ever done it by chance?
No.
The trapeze thing? I 10 out of 10 would recommend. It's very fun. It's a lot easier swinging than it looks from the ground. So we did that, and we like to just do fun things in the city to discover the city and get him out of, both of us to get out of our regular routine. I try to get outdoors as much as I can. I was kayaking a lot in the summer. Okay, let's do this. A condensed version to your question is I have my regular things, so the baking and guitar, but I'm always trying to find new and discover new things that I can do to just like help build new neural pathways and learn new stuff and experience something new. That's the that's the condensed version.
What is wow amazing in your purse?
What's in my purse?
What is wow? Which item is wow amazing in your purse?
I am embarrassed to say nothing because I don't, it's on the other side of the apartment, but I keep a small purse, very small, because I have a tendency to overfill it with random things, receipts and water bottles. And I always have snacks with me. So I have like fruit, it's been in there for a few days, right? So I've condensed as of lately to just a very small clutch, like one little tiny thing. There's nothing exciting in there. And in fact, most days I don't take that and I just have my phone, which has my credit card and ID in the back of it. And that's that. So one thing I will say though is, and it's not a wow factor, I always have to have chapstick or lip gloss or something. I think my lips get dry. This is my own thing. And so if I don't have any, I just bother whoever. I'm like, do you have any lip gloss? Can I borrow some? So, but yeah, nothing too exciting there.
And are you desperate if you lose your phone? Your portable?
Oh, I'm absolutely toast. I'm finished. If I lose my phone, it's a very sad day. And I only say that because everything else on the phone itself can be recovered. That's not an issue. But because I keep my ID and the card back there, that would be a bit of a pickle. That would be a problem. Yeah.
Your card in your phone, it's not a good idea.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, I agree with you actually. So might have to rethink that one. Okay, well, Melanie, I'll have to say I'm sad it's your last question because I really enjoyed this. A message for my friends and fans. Okay, very cheesy, but I will say, the biggest room in the house, this has been my motto this year, the biggest room in the house is the room for improvement. And that can be both personally, I'm constantly wanting to do better than I did yesterday, right? Every day can't be perfect, but we can always try another time, another day. And also with how we're working to impact environmental change in our immediate areas. So yeah, okay, well, you used a straw today. No, it's okay. Tomorrow we can find new ways to be more sustainable and work with the environment and not against it. So biggest room in the house is the room for improvement is what I'll go with for everyone.